Hello, my name is Melanie. I'm a chartered physiotherapist working at the Berkshire MS Therapy Centre in Reading, and this is a video looking at balance exercises that you can complete at home. Please make sure you have appropriate support to hand, the back of a chair, a kitchen worktop, a dining room table, something nice and sturdy, nothing too lightweight that could move if you do need to take hold of it. So the other thing you might like to do is do our warm-up video first, just to get everything going and feeling like you're ready to move. The first exercise is just actually very simple, but something that's really important, and we call it postural sway, and that's the ability for your body to wobble. And in MS, we tend to think that wobbling's really bad, and actually you think it's a precursor to falling, but actually just being able to move gently within your base of support is really important, and actually is really good. So what we're going to do is we're just going to explore the feeling of moving our weight. So we'll just go forwards and backwards. So you're just feeling the weights going back into your heels and then forwards into your toes. Try and make this a smooth feeling. When you go back into your toes, you might feel that your bottom sticks out a little bit. That's fine. It's just the way that you're displacing your body weight. And we're just going to go forwards and backwards. So just feel it's a really nice, gentle movement. Okay, and actually you're just exploring all the way through your foot, rocking from the back to the front. So just see if you can feel comfortable with that and don't panic, okay? We're just going to go now from side to side, so exactly the same. We're just going to feel that we're filling one leg up with all your weight and then filling all your weight up into the other leg. So you can think of this as it's filling with water and you've got a really strong feeling into the ground, and the same moving to the right, really strong feeling, it fills up with water. Sometimes people talk about having a bowl of water in your pelvis and you're trying to go from side to side without sloshing any of that water. So what we might try and do is join this all together. So we might go forwards, sideways, backwards, sideways. So we're just going in a gentle circle, feeling that you're taking your weight all the way round. So you could feel like you're drawing a circle with your pelvis, or you're drawing a circle with your head on the ceiling. So we're just going one way a few times just to feel like we've got a really nice distribution of your weight around your feet. And then let's go back the other way. You might find it's different when you go back the other way. And we're not always sure why that is, but just see if you can just let yourself rock all the way around on those feet. Keep on going. It's a really nice one. Just to warm us up. It's only a small thing it seems, but you can really feel all the muscles working in your feet, your ankles and your legs. Okay, we're going to stop. Give your legs a little shake. Okay, so now we're going to think about sit to stand. So in a good sit to stand, we need to be able to take our weight forwards and backwards. So the standing one is a good way to start. You can either put your hands on your thighs, or if you have a chair with arms, you can reach back for the arms of the chair, okay? So we're going to bend forward, your weight goes forward onto your toes, and then you're going to lower yourself onto the chair and sit down. And then when we stand up, you're going to bring your weight forward onto your toes and then push up with your heels down into the floor. Okay, let's do that again. Weight forward, bend forward, lower yourself into the chair, and you'll just slightly rock back as you lower fully into the chair. Then we're going to lean forwards, push up with the legs and straighten up. Weight back into the middle of our feet. So you can feel actually when you break it down, you do need some movement. If you don't do that forward movement, you'll just plop into the chair. So we're going to really try and feel that we're coming forwards, bending our knees, lowering ourselves into the chair, and then relaxing. Leaning forwards, push up with the legs, back onto the whole foot. Let's try and do 2 more. So forwards, lean forwards, bend and lower. Lean forwards, push up with the legs, weight into the whole foot. Last one, bending forwards, lowering and sitting. Okay, so I'll give you a little moment in sitting to just settle down with your legs. So what we're going to do now is I'm going to stand up and I'm going to move the chair into a different position so that you can see clearly and it'll give me some support. Okay, here we go. Okay, so here we are. We've got our chair in front as a little bit of support if we need it. If we feel that we're okay, we could take our hands off at any time. So we're just going to start off by tapping our feet forwards, just a little movement. It doesn't have to be a big stretch. And what you're doing is you're just transferring your weight onto one leg wholly before you move the other leg. Weight to the left and tap the right. Weight to the right, tap the left. So we're really trying to move the weight each time before we do the step, okay? So exactly the same, forward and back, forwards and back, okay? So that's the same principle for doing a side step and a backward step. So before you step your feet, you do need to feel that you have moved your foot onto your standing leg. So when we do the side, we'll move to the right, tap to the side and back, move to the left, tap and back. So it just takes a little bit of confidence to really put your weight all on the other leg before you move the opposite one. So let's see if we can do a few more of these. Weight to the right, tap the left, weight to the left, tap the right. You can join in with your head, so you're looking. That will give another little difficulty to your balance because you're actually looking away from your standing leg. Okay, I'm going to do the last one and back. Okay, so our next one is stepping back. This one is harder than it looks because you've got to keep your body upright. You're going to feel it's targeting your bottom. So chest up, head up. We're going to tap back and then put the leg on the ground. Same thing, weight to the left, tap the right foot back. So try and keep your body upright. Feel that you're targeting all around the hips. Tap and back, and tap and back. Let's do a few more of these. Tap and back. If you can, you could just explore with taking your hands off, or in fact just take one hand off at a time just to see how your balance is managing, or just instead of gripping, you could try just finger touch. Light finger touch will work the muscles in your back really effectively. So we're going to put that all together and we're going to say forward, side, back, together. So we're going to do the 3 directions on one leg before we swap to the other leg, okay? So we're going to go forwards, side, back, together. Forwards, side, back, together. Great. See if you can get into a really nice rhythm with this one. Remembering to keep your chest up, your head up, and light touch on your hands. We'll do, I think, another one on each leg and back. Last one. 2. This one's called the clock face, which I think is a really apt term for going around the clock. Lovely. So the next exercise is called step stance, and that means we're going to try and have one foot in front of the other. It doesn't have to be a big step. You don't have to have them right in front or heel and toe touching. Okay, you can have your feet hip distance apart, just a small step, as if you've just stepped forward. So we're just going to stay in this position. You'll find it different one leg to the other. So hands on the arms of the chair, head up. And then we're just going to try and release the hands. Don't do anything other than release the hands at the moment, and you'll feel that little bit of postural sway that we've been talking about, a little bit of wobble. It's not a problem, it's a good thing. Keep both your knees as straight as you can and just feel you're using both legs to support you. I'm going to try and do this for about 20 seconds and then we will swap to the other leg. Lovely. Hands onto the support, swap. I don't know which leg you'll find easiest. It's normally harder work on the back leg. So here we go, we've got weight between each foot. We're just going to try and get that balance, nice and upright. Oh, I'm more wobbly on this leg than my other leg, but I will do the same thing. And it'd be good to repeat this if you could. Maybe we'll do it one more on each leg as well. 20 to 30 seconds is a really good time for you to feel that you've got this little bit of wobble, and that's working all the muscles in your feet as well and the muscles in your bottom. Okay, we're going to swap over. And then this time, in this position, we might add in a little bit of head movement, because balance just doesn't come from our bodies, it comes from our eyes and our ears as well. So let's hold on. This one I think definitely hold on when you get started. And we're just going to take your head from right to left and just feel that you're moving smoothly, looking with your eyes. So don't move your head too fast. Maybe you can release your arms. Maybe you can't, or you could just do one finger touch. Might be enough for you to feel stabilized. Then we're going to swap legs. And again, one finger touch and moving the head. Notice how you feel. I feel much more confident with one finger. I think it just gives me an extra benefit. And on this one, I'm now going to join in with my arms. So as I move my head, I'm going to put opposite arm to leg, and then I'm going to... So this is now challenging your balance really quite a lot. One side and then the other, because we're using a little bit of rotation in the body. Want it to be, try and make it quite fluid. Try not to be too robotic about it. Lovely. So as I say, do about 20 seconds. If you can do it twice, that will be really useful. The next exercise is the same idea as postural sway, so going forwards and backwards, but we're going to try and make it a little bit more extreme. So up on the heels and then back on the heels. So up on the toes, lifting the heels and then back. You'll see I have to change the position of my body to accommodate the weight of my body. Up with the heels, up with the toes. Up with the heels, up with the toes. Now this isn't so much about the range, it's not about how high you can get, it's about trying to find a little rhythm where you can take it a little bit further than we did at the start. Now you've warmed everything up and got everything moving a little bit. Just going to try, oops, there we go, I nearly fell. Okay, keep going, let's do a few more. Letting your body move and sway from the hips, backwards and forwards. And stop. So the last exercise, probably the most tricky, and I know something that a lot of people find very difficult, is standing on one leg. It doesn't have to be for long. Probably the most important thing is that you move your standing leg to the middle of your body. So you move it into the middle before you lift your other leg. So we've got it underneath our pelvis, it's supporting us nicely. Head up, try and use the back muscles to support your weight, and you're going to try and hold it here. Let's try and release one arm. Feel like we can feel all the muscles working around our ankle. That's a really good thing, remember, because we want everything to work together to support us. And down. Swap the legs over, so now put the right leg to the middle. It's underneath your pelvis, got your support. Then lift your left leg up. Wait to see if you can settle that weight. Then you might take one hand off. See if you can hold it, get that balance. Maybe change to one finger, maybe lift off momentarily, and then down. Let's try it again on each leg. Now we've got the measure of it, so foot to the middle, head up, chest up, think positively, lifting the leg gently. It doesn't have to be very high if you can only lift it just off the floor. Maybe you still even need a toe on the floor, that's fine. See if you can find a level that suits you, that you can get as much work as you can. Lovely. I'm going to try and lift it up. Still need my support though. I think that's better. It's quality, not quantity of everything we do, remember. And down. And last time on the right leg, move it to the middle. Let's start with the toe on the floor then. Lift it up. Feel you've got your support. You might want to focus on something in front that gives you something to keep your gaze steady, because that can really help as well. Try and stay for as long as you can. Might be useful to time this one so that you can see how you're progressing. I hope that exercise program has been really useful for looking at your balance. Please remember to go and look at our cool down video if you found it really hard. Thanks very much indeed.